Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So guys, after having our discussion on the placement of the planet Venus and Jupiter in different houses, in this video we will have our discussion on the planet Mars. So guys, before we will start placing planet Mars in different houses and studying its probable outcome and the results, let's first try to understand the domain and the role of the planet Mars in our life. So guys, if you have to actually understand how the energy of the planet Mars is operating in someone's life, just ask few questions to that person. How much have you got benefited because of the land and the ancestral property? How do you get along with the friends or with your younger siblings? Are you very accident prone? And how competitive you are? So all these questions will give you a clear answer that how the energy of the planet Mars is operating on someone's personality. Guys, look at it in this way. At the time when I was explaining the role of the planet Venus, I mentioned this thing, that the dignity of the planet Venus just tells about the kind of choices which you make in the life which can lead you towards the higher fulfillment. The placement of the planet Jupiter, its dignity tells about that how luck supports you and how you are being guided and mentored by people around you. Same is the way planet Mars represents our energies, our drive, our determination. Mars just represents the younger siblings in our life, the gains which we get from the land, and our competitiveness is generally attached with the planet Mars. Mars is also attached with the sexual desire and the drive as well. So guys, this is about the general basic traits which once we will start going through the different houses, I will tell you about it. That even in our body, like marrow and the minerals, enzymes are generally attached with the planet Mars. Mars is a very fearless planet. All those kind of fields where people are doing something which is very which requires someone to be very fearless. So unless and until Mars is not strengthened in your chart, you might not be able to do that. In its strengthened state, it can actually make someone very trustable or very loyal. Like this could be as a friend, this could be as an employee, so it could actually make someone very loyal as well. But yes, in the modern day and age, whenever we talk about someone who has got a lot of the personality flaws, this could be because of the indulgences, this could be sex addiction, this could be alcohol addiction, this could be gambling or debt related problem, this could be road rage, any behavioral flaws, in majority of the cases generally comes from the planet Mars, which can actually make someone a menace in the society. Now guys, just because a lot of my audience is like very spiritual and they are like liking this way of connecting any of this discussion with the spirituality, with the chakras as well. So guys, the beauty of the planet Mars in our human body is that it is connected with the Manipura chakra or the navel chakra. Now this is one such area in our human body. Even if you follow Ayurveda, you must be knowing about it. That, see, let's take up the case of when a child is in the womb of the mother. So in a pregnant woman's womb, you will see that the umbilical cord is connected to the fetus in the placenta, and the baby generally gets the nutrients from the navel only. Ayurveda believes that this is a kind of a place which has got almost 72,000 nerves ending, and even in our human like food digestion and all, the Jatragni, the digestive fire, is generated around to close to this area only. And like the way guys, this is a kind of a plane over where the power energy is connected with it. But the beauty is that, see, like in our human body, if you will start from the root chakra or the bottom chakra, so the Muladhara chakra is connected with the planet Saturn. Over there, all of the sanskaras and the written destiny or the prarabdha from the past many lifetimes is stored over there. You slightly rise above it, you will reach the Swadhisthana chakra, which is connected with the planet Jupiter. So our desire, our this competitiveness to prove ourselves, build a life, desires, all of that could be connected with the Swadhisthana chakra. The beauty of the Manipura chakra is that this is a kind of a plane. If you have this capacity to reach to this level, then life automatically will give you a thrust. Nature and the Prakriti will give you a thrust so that you will start rising the higher levels. Like the way guys, they are like very rare. You will come across like those kind of people who come up and show this hope to the whole humanity that I hold this power to change the world and something, and suddenly the whole nature start conspiring and empowering and supporting that person. That could be the domain of the Manipura chakra. Like the way guys, this is one such area which is connected with the Lord Hanuman consciousness. Even guys, if I were to say from my own personal experiences and all, there was a time when I was passionately, madly, I was crazy about like Lord Shiva. Like while eating, sleeping, walking, doing anything, I was crazy obsessed for Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva actually gave me the kind of knowledge, guidance. All this astrology knowledge is devoted and dedicated to the Lord Shiva only. And he guided me, he protected me as well. But even after that, I never felt the presence around me of Shiva. Obviously, because Shiva resides on the highest form, like on the Sahasrara chakra. Like all those Shankaracharyas and the head of the spiritual organizations, those are the people who are reverberating over there. So they can feel the presence of him. But the beauty of the Manipura chakra is that it is connected with Hanuman consciousness, and that energy is very accessible. And guys, ever since I started my like Saturn Dasha, and I have been very much dedicated, devoted to Lord Hanuman, I can assure you, there have been those instances where I felt the presence of the Hanuman around me. And that is what the beauty of this chakra is, that like the capacity of this chakra is that it can actually put your life in that kind of auto mode, where whatsoever you want to get it done, and only if you have this capacity to stay firm, have that unconditional surrender to the feet of the divine or to the will of the gods, you will see that majority of the tasks will start happening on their own. There have been very funny stories. So what happened when like one of the Pandava, like Yudhishthir died, and when he went to the heaven, he got to know, he asked about his brothers, like, okay, where is Arjun, Bhim, Nakul, Sahdev, where is everyone? He got to know that, okay, his brothers, they all have been sent to hell. And he was like surprised. How come Duryodhan, he is in the heaven? So then when he asked the question, see, there have been many stories. Then he have been told that, okay, just because whatever he was hard bent on his dharma. He made that his dharma, that he has to harm Pandavas. No matter what ill he has to opt, he will do everything just in order to decimate his opponents, which are like Pandavas. But when it comes to Pandavas, so definitely like Yudhishthir was not supposed to lie, he did that. Arjun was not supposed to like kill the Karan, but when he was like without any weapon and all. So all many things happened over where they compromised on their set of belief or what used to be or could have been their dharma. So see, it's all these are the stories, but what I'm trying to say and connect with it is that all that is the power of the Manipura chakra. Otherwise guys, I was watching this video of the inauguration ceremony. You look at the guy like Elon Musk. How can he be all the time smiling and relaxed and all like in a fun and gala mood? So just like that, his Manipura chakra is almost like it's very activated. It's very activated. I was watching this interview of one of the billionaire in India, Gautam Adani, and this show called as the Aapki Adalat or Janta Ki Adalat, I forgot. So in that interview, the interviewer asked him that, okay, we have this grapevine, this news that you were once got kidnapped. He says, yeah, I got kidnapped and they got the ransom, and even at that night I slept peacefully. I was not perturbed, I was not disturbed. So that means that you are actually utilizing your Manipura chakra. Whatever happens, like any news of fear, any news of like greed, insecurity, if you go sink deep in, that means you have already taken your energy to a lower level, which is the like Muladhara chakra. But if you have rise above, like the way this is what the story of all the saints and all those people is, that if they get to know that they have cancer, okay, there's a cancer. If they get to know that someone has done a donation of millions, okay. So they embrace, they take everything the way it is. So that is what the energy, and planet Mars is connected with the Manipura chakra. This is what the beauty of the planet Mars in our human life is. And this is what, even if you want to connect it with Ayurveda or with our like 7 chakras, you can connect it with this domain, because only if your energy is already reverberating on this domain, so you will have the drive and the energy to manifest higher things. Because then above it, see, whatever is happening at the level of the Manipura chakra, your efforts are being surrendered to the divine. You will see that whatever things you need to manifest and all, somewhat you are getting the opportunity. And this is, guys, over here as well, lot many times people ask me that, okay, if everything is dedicated, devoted to astrological remedy and all, then why shall we be doing our efforts? So look at it in this way, that only when the time is right, and that right time will come when you will do that remedy, or there will be perfect astrological alignment, and once you are at a right place, then you will be putting efforts, and that is what lead you to success. So the right opportunity for me is working in an astrological forum and then putting my karma and efforts in order to build success over there. But if I am putting my efforts in itself in wrong direction, then what the even planets can do? So that's what I am trying to say, that when you are in the Manipura chakra, or which is connected with the planet Mars, our energies, our drive is being divine ordained. And yes, once you reach the Anahita, then the heart, then you start feeling it, Vishuddhi, whatever you speak, Ajna, you can visualize. And when you are in the Sahasrara, then you are in the other dimension. Then you cannot see life in 3 dimension. You can see it in all together level, past, present, future. You can see everything, visualize everything. But yes, reverberating on a Manipura chakra in a human birth in itself is a success, which can be attached with the planet Mars as well. So yes, guys, these were like few things which I wanted to say about planet Mars. Now let's start placing planet Mars in different houses, and we will see that what kind of results it will be giving to those individuals. So let's say, for example, if you have Mars being placed in your first house. So guys, this is generally considered as a placement, because first house generally tells about our personality, our character, our health, our physical appearance. So if Mars is going to be tightly conjunct with your ascendant, it can actually give you very youthful kind of personality. It can actually make you very competitive. It can slightly make you impulsive as well. Guys, the only concern is that if I were to say, based on my own personal observation, I never see Mars being placed in a water sign as a good placement. Now, even if Mars is placed in Scorpio, Mars rules Scorpio, even after that, I do not see it as a dignified or a graceful placement. So if Mars is in a water sign, it is a matter of concern. If it is in a fire sign and placed in your ascendant in the first house, it can actually make you very dynamism, like strong leadership qualities, very youthful and very go-getter, proactive. All those things will come very naturally to you. If it's in an earth sign, this could be seen as a blessing in disguise. You know the graceful way of exerting your energies. And the air signs like Gemini, Libra, Aquarius can also make your energy go haywire, like too impulsive. So the potential of being excessively impulse could be attached if Mars is placed in the first house and it is placed in the air signs. But generally, guys, this has been seen as a placement which can actually make someone little bit, this could be injury, accident prone, or like the way I say this thing, that see, whatsoever is the condition of the moon in your natal chart, that will just tell about your desires, your wishes. But the dignity of the first house is something, this is something which you attract when you are like out there walking in the society. What kind of energies are being attracted towards you? So that is generally what we see from the first house. So sometimes what happens is that these kind of people, either like even in their high school and all, either they are the leaders of the gang, like school gang, I mean to say, not on a negative level and all. So I mean to say, they could be the group leaders, they could be the bullies, they could be very good in the sports, or this could be a case they are being picked by other bullies. So Mars in the first house will not let you live in peace. You will be the epicenter of majority of the things over where muscle, competitiveness is going to be involved. All the qualities of the planet Mars, like you will be very loyal, truthful to your word, you will be a proven good friend to your kith and kin, to the people around you, like sports, athletics, problem solving skills, all of that will come very natural to you. Like the way Mars has this tendency to breaking down, opening things and understanding what is the function behind them, how it is operating, and I guess that is the only reason it makes someone a mechanical engineer and something. So all those traits are going to be very natural to you. And all the domain of the planet Mars, like land, this could be properties, this could be your brother, this could be friends, vehicles, all those things will play a very significant role in your life. Like the way we say that, all those kind of people who want to come across as very macho, like all those tattoos and what is the name of that guy, Andrew Tate. So okay, that might not be a good example in certain context, but yes, it gives you that kind of very masculine kind of impression, or you might want to give that impression to the people. Okay guys, now let's say for example, if your Mars is going to be placed in the second house. So guys, second house Mars is generally considered as like good, if I were to say, because this is the house of your speech, your possession, your assets, your savings, your family, your value system, all of that we see generally from over here. And Mars could be very loyal, truthful to his word. Like Mars, inherent tendency of the planet Mars is to protect. Like with Venus, the inherent instincts and the first instinct of the Venus is to love. With Mars, it's to defend, it's to protect. So I mean to say, in this way, Mars in the second house is considered as good. Like, the person is going to be very protective towards the family values and something. Now again guys, over here as well, like for example, if Mars is going to be placed in the fire sign, then this could make someone little bit impulsive in the matters of the finances. Your speech could be very harsh. Oh my god, you might be very much interested in see, I forgot to mention when I was connecting Mars with the Manipura chakra, I forgot to mention over there that they're like those kind of people you come across, like they have had alcohol, all the red meat throughout their life, even in their old age you will find their digestion, their body to be working very fine. So that means your Jat Ragni, Mars is actually operating very well. You have that capacity to digest all those things. Like all those people, like, sometimes when we come across those people, they suddenly win over some big amount of money and suddenly their lifestyle change, but they were not able to digest that. They were not able to assimilate in that new lifestyle. That is the problem with the planet Mars. So I mean to say, generally Mars in the second house is considered as good. Like in a way, the way I mentioned that you will be very protective towards your family. All the domain and entities connected with the planet Mars. You could be very good realtor as well. You could be very good in the business of, this could be gemstones, this could be engineering goods, construction material. You might be very good in these kind of businesses as well. So yes guys, overall Mars in the second house, the only concern over here is that in terms of someone's speech and the eating habits, that is one area which needs to be monitored. But in not many ways, this gives you drive, determination, willpower in order to build an empire or have like good money saved up, being protective to your family and stay firm in your values is generally attached with this placement of Mars in your second house. Now guys, moving ahead. Now let's say for example, if you will find Mars to be placed in the third house. So guys, Mars is also connected as the significator of the third house. Third house simply tells about your courage, your bravery, your prowess, your capacity to take initiative, all form of self-expression, communication, short travels, your relationship with your friends, with your younger siblings and all, your capacity to solve any problem, all of that is generally attached with the third house. Now, if you will find Mars to be placed over here, especially like in certain signs, like if I were to say if Mars is going to be placed in the fire signs or it is placed in the earth signs, this is considered as one of the very good placement. Like this is going to be a person who's going to be very confident. Confidence is something which will come very natural to this person. This person is going to be very firm and he have that resourceful kind of personality. Like those kind of people when they were going through some issues, this could be your neighbor, this could be your colleagues and something, you stay firm, you gave your best support, and obviously universe respond to our actions, to all the karmas and all. So that means just because you did that favor, when any of the hardship came to you, these people were there to help you out. So yes, it actually makes you a valuable asset. This could be in your company, in your neighborhood, amongst your siblings and brothers, there is always going to be one brother who is going to be in that demand whenever any family function is going to be taking place, because everyone knows that okay, this is the cousin who's gonna handle all the responsibilities, who's going to manage everything very well. Even like good leadership qualities in today's day and age, guys, when we talk about all those kind of entrepreneurs, like if you were to ask me what is the chief trait which is needed out of an entrepreneur, your risk taking capacity. And this is what Mars in the third house grants someone. So yes, guys, if I were to say, and I have also come across like lot many people who work as a broker, who work as a realtor, who work as a consultant. They have their travel and tour businesses. So all of that with Mars in the third house and very well placed. And again, guys, this is going to be one such person who is going to be very protective towards the friends and the siblings. Like this is going to be a typical person who is going to have like lot of connection, a lot of like powerful connection. Is not an exaggeration to say this thing. If your Mars is going to be placed in the third house, and this is a person who will have a lot of hobbies, who is like all the time ready to take any of the road trip, and the person like all those people, even after having a lot of pressure at work, they manage their like going to gym, playing some sport in the evening over the weekend. So these are those people who manage everything very well. And if I were to say, they manifest the masculine side of their personality in a very graceful way. Moving ahead, guys, now let's say for example, if you will find Mars to be placed in the fourth house, so called dreaded Mangalik Yoga and all. So guys, see Mars's placement in the fourth house. So the very first thing is that if it has something to do with the water houses where our emotions are attached, and if you will place Mars over here, so the concern over here is that Mars's zodiac sign placement, we need to actually assess that, because that will tell about the deep inside of your emotions, of your feelings, how you are. Like for example, if this Mars is going to be placed in the earth signs in the fourth house, or even in the like fire signs, so that will just tell about that yes, deep inside you are like a kind of person, you do not even like, you just don't only bark, you have the teeth to bite as well. You are a kind of person who has a very strong resolution, strong conviction in whatever you do, just because Mars is operating on the very core level of your emotions and something. So that is the kind of determination and willpower which universe will grant you. But again, guys, with Mars, the concern over here is that it is already a water house. And over and above that, if you will place Mars over here in a water sign, this could be Scorpio, this could be Pisces. So there is a high possibility that, see, this is life, right? No matter, every day we keep on coming across like people who are respectful to us, people who are nice to us, but you never know, you might find one nasty person. And if you have had any bad encounter and you took it to your heart, so those are the vulnerabilities which is attached with Mars being placed in the fourth house. Second thing is that again, guys, over here, and see, if you follow spirituality and all, we say that a lot of the problem which people face, like there have been like, just because I listen to lot many preaching and satsang and all, so they say that all those people who have this capacity to hoard a lot of the wealth, they end up in the old age, they have their problems in the feet. People who have this capacity to get very easily finicky or like holding up too much of the jealousy for other people, these are the people who get a lot of cholesterol and heart related problem and something. So I mean to say, everything is interrelated. Even the food which we eat, 30% is the food and 70% is the emotions with which you are eating it. So like even like we come across like those kind of cases where people eat, same set of people who ate the same food, but only like 4 or 3 people got the food poisoning. Rest of the people digested it well, it burnt well in their system. That is the planet Mars. So the concern over here is that the way you handle and process the emotions, the way your domestic and the family life is going to be, so all of that is dependent on the planet Mars if it is placed in the 4th house. I remember one of the teacher with whom I took some classes way back when I was just starting off, so he used to say the same thing. Why we want to get the, like in from traditional point of view, why we want the girls to get married? I was like, why? He jokingly mentioned this thing, because the men are dogs, so we want her to be tied to one dog so that the other stray dogs cannot bother her. So she knows that even if my own husband and all is giving me trouble, but at least I'm protected, because now the other ones I'm gonna be checked off from their list. So that's what I'm trying to say. Mars being in the 4th house, yes, beyond any doubt, your domestic life is going to be very flared up. Like energy, intensity, drive is going to be going over there. And the problem with Mars is that with Mars it becomes very difficult to let go. Guys, you will be surprised. I'll share one very small experience. So what happened, I still remember I was like 6 or 7 year old. So I remember I went to one of my cousin's house. So over there, my cousin, he was like very naughty, very mischievous. So he just showed me this thing. My nickname. I know one trick to do with this. Like, how is it? Like, wait, this is a matchstick. You lit it, you put it in your mouth, and see, it's like this. You also do that. I was like, okay, I did this. The minute I put the burning matchstick on my mouth, he put his hand like this. I almost burnt there. So like, okay, after the dinner and all, when we were like going, so I somehow, my father has already started, we used to have two-wheeler at that time. He has already started the two-wheeler. It's like, oh, I forgot something, let me go back. So that cousin and his sister, they were there inside, they were studying. I went there from behind, I spanked him on the head, and I came running out. He was also chasing me. I pushed the door behind. Later on, next day, I got to know that his head got banged to the door and he fainted. I was like, okay. I was like, with kids, it happened. My mom was like shouting at me, but I did not say anything. When I was coming back to Canada, it's like almost like 25 or 30 years. His sister came to us accidentally to our house, and I was in my room. I do not know whether to call it karma or what, but she came to my room and she's like, okay, you're going? I was like, yeah. Then she came close to me. I thought she's like giving me a hug, good bag. She punched me on my back. Okay, it's childhood memories. And something which happened like 25, 30 years back. We were kids. And I never told anyone, later on I told my parents, like I'm telling now in camera, that he burnt my mouth, but I never told this to anyone. So, but my concern is that after 25, 30 years, and we were kids, and now you're grown up. So that's what the problem with Mars in the 4th house is, that these kind of people, they keep on burning in their own fire, and the repercussion of that later on burns their own hand, burns their own family life. So yes, Mars being in the 4th house. But again guys, I'm not gonna mark it or check it out as it is a bad placement, it is a good placement, or this and that. All what matters is that in which environment this Mars is placed. Is Jupiter aspecting it? If Mars in the 4th house is placed in the earth sign, this is going to be the person who will have this capacity to have lot of the assets in the life. Like, people who come from very poor, mediocre family, and they build their big empire based on their own capabilities. And the determination and the willpower of the Mars is deep inside from your heart. You have that iron resolution. You have that willpower that no matter what happens, I have my conviction, I have my set goals. Come what may, I will achieve them. That is the kind of determination and willpower Mars in the 4th house can give. But again, if this Mars is placed in the water sign like Scorpio in the 8th house, like you being a Leo rising, so then that means that as much as this person is going to be loyal and helpful to those people who are good to him, but he will be spending equal level of energy in fighting back the enemies, which a person who's reverberating on the higher chakra will forgive, forget, and move on. So a person who is like reverberating on the higher chakras, he's just gonna be forgetting them, letting it go, that okay, you are just getting bad karmas and you're gonna be burnt on your own fire of revenge, of vengeance. And this person is not going to be getting bothered because of that. So yes, the concern with the 4th house Mars is that it needs to be dealt with caution and care. In certain cases, 4th house Mars has got this capacity to give you a very strong foundation in terms of all the material things which we all seek, which we all need, all kind of material security. 4th house Mars has got the capability to give you. 4th house Mars also has got that iron will capacity to manifest. But the only concern is that the overall dignity of the chart needs to be studied. Like for example, you being a Capricorn Lagna, So your ascendant lord becomes the Saturn. Now your ascendant lord is there in the 8th house. It is conjunct with the Rahu as well. Ketu is there in the 2nd house, and over and above that, now you have got Mars being placed in the 4th house. So now we can see a correlation of that. Ketu in the 2nd house, Mars being so aggressive like in Aries in the 4th house, ascendant lord Saturn Rahu. This is a typical package deal of someone who can be in the path of criminal kind of career, becoming a mafia leader and indulging into all those kind of actions where is harming the society. So again guys, Mars in the 4th house is not something which can be studied and seen with a stereotype. So yes guys, Mars in the 4th house, I do not have a generalized statement to make. It needs to be studied with the overall well-being and health of the chart. That is what I'm trying to say over here. Now guys, moving ahead, now let's say for example, if you will find Mars to be placed in the 5th house. So see guys, 5th house generally tells about your the way your mind function. 5th house is also the house of the Pur Punya as well, like the past life merits as well. So if you will find Mars to be dignified, and when I say dignified, I mean Mars over here to be placed in the fire sign, in the earth signs, so that generally tells about that even in the past lifetime you have been kind of a warrior, very truthful to your word. You might have been a part of some heroic deeds and something that can be attached with it. 5th house is the house of the entertainment. 5th house is a very important house for all the athletes and all the sports person and all. So in all these kind of domain, because of your competitive spirit, you will be able to do very good in the life. So again guys, these are like that kind of people, because 5th house also tells about the love interest, about the romance as well. We say this thing that 5th house is the expression of the love and all. So Mars over here, there's a high possibility that native is going to be able to have that courage to turn his infatuation, attraction into, he can put that into action and can turn into a actual love affair and all. Even in the academic pursuit, this is going to be a person who is going to be very competitive, like people who are like always competing for the top ranks in the school exams, college exams and all. Along with that, with this placement, you could become an engineer, you could become a surgeon, you could become a doctor. So all those possibilities are there. So all aspects of the 5th house. If I were to say, I would say that the worship of Lord Hanuman especially, because it will give you that focus. See guys, Mars is like a planet. No matter all the 8 planets in your chart are afflicted. Only if Mars is going to be well placed, and over and above that, your Manipura chakra or your Hanuman consciousness is active, there is nothing which you cannot achieve in this lifetime. So yes, all what matters is that if you have got 5th house in the if you have Mars in the 5th house, how much discipline you have in your life, and your surrender and your faith with the higher powers will actually pave path towards success. Many successful athletes, many successful people in the entertainment business, people who are end up becoming a real estate tycoon or something, has been seen with the Mars being very well placed in the 5th house. Now guys, if your Mars is going to be placed in the 6th house, so guys, look at it in this way. 6th house is the house of the credit, of the loans, of our health and of our enemies. This is also the house of our daily life, our juniors, our subordinates, our work ethics, our work style, we generally attach with the 6th house. And if Mars is going to be placed over here, in certain cases, this can actually make you very competitive in the life. Mars can be attached as the significator or the karaka of the 6th house as well, because of which Mars can actually make you very competitive, and your this competitive spirit and drive only will take you to the higher places. Like I've seen in the charts of some of the successful lawyers, investment bankers, doctors, surgeons who have got this placement of the planet Mars. Along with that, people who tend to remain very disciplined, very organized in their daily life. These are those people who lead others by inspiration, by motivation, by drive and all, can be seen with this placement. Like the way guys, I mentioned this thing that when we were having our discussion on the planet Venus, that Venus function very well when it is being placed in a very loving kind of environment. The energy of the Jupiter can be best experienced in a very religious kind of environment. Same is the way the beauty of the planet Mars is that it generally functions very well when it is being challenged, when you have that adrenaline rush, when the stakes are very high, there are like too much of the challenges, this is the kind of environment over where Mars generally performs very well. Guys, why to go very far? Like, even if you are in West, you are interested in this content, I'm sure you would be knowing about the Bhagavad Gita, one of the most sacred spiritual knowledge from the Hinduism. And the knowledge of the Bhagavad Gita was given by Lord Krishna to the Arjun at the battleground, right at the time when like the soldiers from the opposing camps are thirsting for each other's blood, and right at the middle of that, Lord Krishna gave the divine wisdom. So that means that is the power which this placement of the planet Mars flourish. Guys, look at it in this way. If Mars is very powerful in the 6th house, so, and along with that, you are, for example, working as a cop, you are working as an engineer, you are working as a surgeon and all, so you will get best benefited with this kind of placement of the planet Mars in certain ways. Like, for example, for the Cancer Lagna, for the Leo Lagna, Mars becomes the Yog Karak planet. This placement is going to benefit the native. For the Aries Lagna, it is an exception because the ascendant lord will get into the enemy sign. But for the Scorpio Lagna as well, I have like seen the charts of some of the very successful surgeon with the Scorpio Lagna and Mars being placed in the 6th house. So yes guys, Mars being placed over here, you are in your own domain, you are in your own territory. All what needs to be taught to the native is that healthy use of competition, that okay, you cannot be that competitive that it is affecting your sleep, it is affecting your mental health and the happiness. But yes, putting your child, even if you get to know that as a, like you have a kid who has got this placement, so keep on encouraging your kid, you know, to set your goals in a right way, and put your kid in any of the school like sports, athletic kind of competition, because through competition only Mars in this kind of placement will give you very good results. But yes guys, this is going to be a placement over where people, because of their disciplined lifestyle, people ensure their path towards success. Moving ahead guys, now if you will find Mars to be placed in the 7th house, so guys, this is a kind of a sensitive placement because 7th house generally tells about the characteristics of your partner. So first of all, to begin with, your partner will demonstrate the Martian qualities. Your partner is going to be very commanding, very strong-willed. Slight anger kind of issue can also be foreseen if Mars is going to be placed over here. Along with that guys, even in the marriage, sexual compatibility and the energy level compatibility will become very important. Because let's say for example, you get married to someone over where the other person has got very athletic kind of lifestyle. That person wants to live life, you know, going for camping, hiking, different events, traveling the world and all, and you are not being able to match the energy level of your partner. So this could be a bone of contention. So in this way, and again guys, even when we talk about the sexual compatibility and all, so all of that will become very important. Now I will not say this thing that if Mars is going to be placed in the 7th house or the 8th house, it is going to kill your partner or something. In certain cases it can lead to divorce because there is too much energy which is going over there in the matters of the 7th house. Okay, that is one thing which I can still agree, but it's not like that your chart is not gonna kill someone else. So that a lot many people say this thing that if your Mars is going to be placed in the 7th house, so you know, your partner will die early, this and that. So I will not get into that. All what I want to say is that there's a lot of energy and the heat which is going in the matters of the 7th house. Again guys, look at it in this way. Mars is like a defender. Like you are going to be very blessed if you're going to be getting married to a pure Martian type, because that person might have anger issue in the house, but the person is going to be very caring, very responsible, very loving, very loyal towards you as well. Okay, now that loyalty might take up the shape of being very possessive and all, but yes, Mars has got some other good qualities to give attention to as well at the same time. So Mars being placed in the 7th house, yes, your energy dynamics between the couple needs to be taken into a lot of consideration. Along with that, guys, let's say for example with this kind of placement, your Mars is placed in the 7th house. What is the dignity of the moon? In which nakshatra moon is placed? Where the 7th lord has gone? Is Mars being placed in its own sign in the 7th house? So all of that needs to be studied, because it will give you this indication that yes, in which area and the direction marriage is taking to the person. So let's say for example, guys, you have your Mars being placed in the 7th house, but the 7th lord has gone to the 6th house, to the 8th house, to the 12th house. So that means the whole direction of the matrimonial life is going in the ditch, and within the marriage there is a lot of heat as well. So sometimes when we endured the hardship in the marriage with this mindset, okay, the person is gonna change, or marriage or the fortune or the luck is supporting me. Like guys, why to go very far? Like yesterday I did a reading for that guy, Scorpio Lagna. 9th lord becomes the moon, so Cancer sign falls in the 9th house. The 9th lord is exalted in the 7th house. Moon is exalted in the 7th house, and the 7th lord Venus is exalted in the 5th house, conjunct with Mars, ascendant lord Scorpio, Mars and Venus being there in the 5th house. So I mean to say, there are like certain charts over where looking at the chart only you get to know that okay, how big role partner or marriage is gonna play in the life of this person for awakening the fortune of this person. And there are like those kind of cases where just because you gotten into marriage or relationship, the whole life of yours got upside down. So yes, Mars being placed in the 7th house is a very provocative kind of energy. There's a lot of drive, there's a lot of energy going there in the matters of the marriage. It needs to be managed well with a person who is going to be reverberating on the same level. So if I were to put in a blunt way, you are a very strong person, you will attract a strong person in your life. That's all what I can say. So much better that you shall not settle down for less. And yes guys, in the modern day and age, courtship becomes very important. Like being a traditional astrologer, it looks very bad that I am saying this thing, but even if you have to, before getting married, you have to live with someone in order to know the temperament, to know the energy level, preferences, priorities and behavior of a person. There's no harm in that. Rather than getting married and then fighting with each other, or then cases of cheating, domestic violence and all. So it's much better if you have these kind of sensitive placement. There's no harm even trying your luck, being in a live-in relationship, get to know the person in and out, and then tying the knot, because otherwise there is a high possibility that the energy level might stay lopsided. So again guys, do not look at this placement as only a threat to either of the person's life. It does not happen like that. In extreme cases, it can break the marriage tie. That vulnerability still stays there. Along with that guys, 7th house Mars, there are like other domain of the 7th house as well in terms of the business and your public image and all. So generally it is considered as good. Like it will make you very trustable, very loyal. The business partners play a very integral role in your success. So the only concern is that if your Mars is going to be placed in the 7th house, so opposite to you, there's going to be a lot of the heat which is going on. So generally we say this thing that if this is the kind of placement which you have got of the planet Mars, much better if you have got very a lagan of some of the natural benefic planet, like the planet which is soft. Then what happens is that no matter what kind of hot-headed people you are running into, you by yourself is gonna balance it out with the calmness in your personality. So for example, you are a Cancer Lagna, in the 7th house you're gonna have exalted Mars, but you by yourself are very tender, fragile and very empathetic. So even if strangely, randomly some strangers are being angry at you, being mean to you, you have that wisdom and grace and tenderness to settle down or solve any of those kind of heated kind of situation and all. So that's what I'm trying to say guys. So yes, Mars in the 7th house is a very intense energy. It needs to be balanced out, especially in the case of the matchmaking. You need to follow caution and care. And if I were to say, like, I have also met many people who have got very, like these days we come across like many of the influencers and all people as a couple, they are traveling the countries, people who are in fashion and film business. So they have this chance of meeting different people, being introduced to different people. See again guys, look at it in this way, wherever Mars is placed, you have action going on in that house. Simply put, Venus is about love. Jupiter is about faith. Moon is about emotions. Moon is fickle, leave it apart. Mars is about action. So you have got a lot of action happening in the 7th house. So again guys, there's a lot of ifs and buts which is needed over here. So for example, you being a very conservative person, you got into relationship with someone. Now you get to know, okay, that other person has got a very colorful past. So that needs to be dealt with caution, care. My one line of recommendation to you is that do not get married in whims, or even if it's arranged marriage, do proper courtship. Learn the person, know the person before getting married, because otherwise you're gonna compromise on both two people's happiness. That's all what I can say. But yes, for the commercial success, good public image point of view, it is considered as good. Now guys, if you have got Mars being placed in the 8th house, so yes guys, it is a very kind of sensitive placement. See, every placement comes with its own pros and cons. So to begin with this kind of placement, the person is going to be very passionate. The sex drive is going to be very strong. The native is going to have strong interest in the occult, in the natural healing and all. Like generally we say that Mars in the 8th house, Saturn in the 8th house is a good placement which can make someone a tantric as well. And both the planets have got their own way of looking at things. For example, we say that Saturn in the 8th house give you a long life. Mars being in the 8th house, generally what we say that if you have watched the earlier part of this video, I mentioned this thing that our Jatragni, like the Manipura chakra is connected with the planet Mars. So this could be a guy, even in his old age, old ripe age, this is going to be a person who's going to be doing all the physical activity, going for a walk, independently doing everything, and suddenly when they so I mean to say, generally it keeps you fertile, energetic till long age, and the death happens suddenly. So which is like a blessing for many people, because rather than being in a ventilator and being all the needles, everything struck at you and slowly in pain dying, Mars in the 8th house can give you sudden death in this way. Again guys, beyond any doubt, 8th house Mars actually makes you very accident, surgery, cuts, wounds prone. So that vulnerability always stays. Now that is a different case. You can become a surgeon as well. You can become a very good tattoo artist as well. So you can be in the field of the acupuncture and something. So anything which involves like needles, which requires pain, blood, surgery, you could be very good in that. 8th house has got something to do with the trauma, with the crisis and all. So like those people who are working as a firefighter, those people who are the emergency responder, the forensic expert and something, they could also be attached with this kind of placement. So guys, look at it in this way, that 8th house generally represents all those kind of things which are buried under the earth. And see, once you start digging, you do not know whether a snake is gonna come or whether you're gonna find some oil or some precious gem or precious minerals. So all that is the domain of the 8th house related matters. Mars in itself is called as the Bhumi Putra. It is the sun, like a child of the earth. So that in itself means that Mars being placed in the 8th house, there is no doubt, there is no denying. And even in the original Kal Purush Kundli, Mars in the 8th house is generally aligned with the energy of the Scorpio, which has to do with the secrets, which has to do with the transformation, which has to do with the matters of the life and death. So again guys, this is a kind of a very exceptional kind of placement for the planet Mars. Beyond any doubt, Mars is going to be very potent. Mars is going to be very strong. Mars in itself represents the exertion of your energies. There is a high possibility that your energies are going in the matters of the 8th house. Now this could actually make you a very enlightened kind of saint as well, or this could actually make you a very dreaded kind of criminal. Again guys, whenever we talk about those kind of cases which comes in the news, where people who have been into human organ trafficking and like all those kind of rarest of the rare crime, you killed someone, you chopped off the bodies, and those kind of psycho killers and all of that, everything of those kind of nature of activities is the 8th house. And if you have got Mars being placed in the 8th house, that means God forbid, if your overall natal chart is making you or putting you in the path of the crime, you're not gonna be just an ordinary criminal. you're gonna be criminal who's going to have those wanted posters and those kind of dreaded kind of stories which is going to be printed out of your name. So that's what I'm trying to say, that Mars being placed in the 8th house, I cannot give you any generalized kind of statement, because then everyone is going to be applying all those things on themselves. And again guys, why to go very far? Even in my own chart, I have got very strong Mars being placed in the 8th house. 8th house is actually the house of the sadhana. 8th house is the house of the, like we say, vairagya, we say those meditative powers, occult knowledge, secret functioning of the universe. All of that is generally attached with the 8th house. People who stand a chance for big inheritance and sudden win of lottery and something, all of that is attached with the 8th house. So there's a huge potential which is attached with the 8th house. But the problem with the 8th house is that if the energy of the Mars is working negative over here, so the pain and the defamation which comes over here, like it is going to be something over where people are not able to endure that, and the only option left with you is to commit suicide, end up your life. And again guys, when we come across those kind of cases where in the news it's all the time filled with it, like, you know, something happened and the guy came back from work and first he killed his wife, hanged his kids and committed suicide, something. So all those potential is there. 8th house is a very sensitive energy. The problem is that Mars will give you energy. You will not hesitate, you will not be frightened. A lot many times it happens that, you know, people who have been through bad times, I was watching this documentary and they have revealed that how many of those people, how many times people have tried to commit suicide. Either they did not have the courage, or it did not work out, it did not happen. So but if you have Mars placed in the 8th house, Rahu placed in the 8th house in the 1st house, people who hang themselves, Rahu is the head, right? People who hang themselves. So I mean to say, there's a lot of potential over there. 8th house is a very it's a jumbled kind of energy, and Mars will give you power and thrust. Now all what matters is that what kind of brain, what kind of head, what kind of thought process is driving this Mars. So what is the dignity of the ascendant? What is the dignity of the ascendant lord? What is the dignity of the moon? What is the dignity of the 5th house? What is the dignity of the Jupiter? So then you can come to any conclusion. But in a nutshell guys, if I need to give you a generalized kind of statement, it can give you strong sex drive. It will make you a very passionate kind of person. Your Mars is going to be so strong that you will automatically, see guys, Mars and Venus are always opposite to each other. So generally when we come across like those kind of people, we say, oh my god, I do not know what this person does. He keeps on attracting partners one after another, and it's like girls just keep on falling to him. So it happens because your Mars is very strong. It automatically attracts the feminine energy towards itself. So that's what I'm trying to say. So Mars in the 8th house is a very taboo kind of energy. And again guys, people who have got this capacity to heal someone through death rituals, psychological healing, sexual tantric healing. So all of that is the 8th house. So do not judge see, if you have a judgmental mind while approaching the 8th house, you're not gonna be getting benefited, because again guys, this is the house which is important because we live because of it, because the lifespan is attached over here. Death is the 7th house and the 2nd house. Life, how long you will live, that is in the 8th house. And this is the house which will, if this is working strong, this house will not even let you put any effort even to raise your finger. You will be well fed, you will live your life with other people taking care of you. So, before marriage it's like your parents, after marriage it's your wife, and life will keep on arranging things for you. So an 8th house, again, it's the house of the secret functioning of the universe. People who have their third eye awakened, that is the power of the 8th house. So again guys, with Mars in the 8th house, in a nutshell, it can make you accident prone. So be very mindful of guarding yourself, your drive, your energy, what direction it is taking, that needs to be monitored in tandem with studying moon, studying ascendant, studying 5th house. Then you can land at any conclusion. And yes, some of the successful doctors, surgeons, healers, shamans are seen with this placement. Now guys, if you have your Mars being placed in the 9th house, so guys, Mars in the 9th house is generally considered as good. 9th house belongs to the planet Jupiter. It's just like that, if you are actually reverberating on the higher energy levels, like the way I try to correlate the chakras, like the Manipura chakra. So that simply means that if only you have this capacity to completely dedicate yourself towards the feet of the God, so you will attract the right guide, right mentors, right guru, who will automatically give you direction in your life, and your efforts are never going to be getting wasted, for sure. This also tells about that people who are very fond of like adventure trips, long distance travels, people who like become very successful engineers and something, and people who end up doing very heroic kind of feat. No, that is the only reason we attach Lord Hanuman with the planet Mars, because Mars has got that courage and drive. Whenever like we come across those kind of incidents, like any blast happened, any incident happened, the civilian, a common man is running away from it, but a cop, a paramedic person, they are running towards it. So that means that is the kind of drive and courage which you need in order to safeguard others, help others, make the world a better place. All of those qualities are generally attached with the planet Mars if it is placed in the ninth house, where your life, your struggle has got this capacity to inspire or uplift others. And so many of those, like these days, influencers, nomad and travelers have been seen with this kind of placement. And guys, like people who become very successful, preacher, like you attach any of the religious institution like ISKCON or Art of Living, and just because of your association you travel the world preaching the dharma, righteousness, justified actions, can also be attached with this placement of Mars being placed in the ninth house. Guys, all what is needed out of you is that completely surrender yourself to the feet of the God. And again guys, see, I have so many of the case studies to share over here. Lot many people, like who end up building a big empire, when you ask them, they do not even have a rational explanation how it happened. A lot many of the things which are happening in our life, it is being in that auto mode where there is some higher power which is making it happen, and that is what you need to learn, because otherwise you will be just wasting your efforts. All what is needed is that attach those same efforts, align it with the divinity, give it the control. That's what Arjun did in, like, if you will take into consideration an example, Mahabharata. That's what Arjun did. And then once Lord Krishna saw that conviction in the surrender of the Arjun, imagine the conviction of the Arjun that he made the God himself his driver. So that is the kind of conviction which you need. So yes guys, Mars's placement, see, that is the only reason we say that the difference between, everyone has their own problem, but the difference between the problem of a poor and the rich man is that poor people have discomfort, they don't have a good bed to sleep. Rich people have grief, they have a very cushy comforting bed, but they don't have the sleep. So that's what the problem is. But yes, if you have Mars being placed in the ninth house, and the act of surrender of your goals, of your targets, of your hardship, God will ensure that it is going to be given to you. And guys, the good part with this kind of placement, because Mars is a planet of like dedication, drive, our energy. So even in the pursuit of finding the truth, native will put all of his force. So he will have that right sort of energy. Like the way guys, we say that even in the bottom chakras, we say that the Muladhara chakra is connected with the Karam Yoga. You go above it, Swadhisthana chakra is connected with the Tantra. Once you reach the Manipura chakra, it is connected with the Hatha Yoga. So that means if you have Mars being placed in the ninth house, you have this capacity to involve or indulge, be a part of the righteous actions, and elevate your life with the rightful actions, right thought process, being well guided, being well mentored by seniors, by people around you, and you have that capacity to acquire that transcendental knowledge and wisdom. And even in terms of higher degrees, like people who go to Ivy League colleges, they have good post-graduation degrees and something, that could be a graceful placement of Mars being placed in the ninth house. Now guys, if you have Mars being placed in the 10th house, so guys, we know this thing that 10th house is the house of our career, of status, authority figures, how we get along well with our bosses, and this is the actual house of our career. So beyond any doubt, any of the field which requires competitive spirit, which requires too much of the problem solving, very fast paced execution of the work and something, you could actually flourish in all those kind of fields. Second thing is that, guys, wherever Mars is placed, you will experience lot of energy, lot of thrust, lot of action going in the matters in the domain of that house, because Mars is there in the 10th house. So your career, your profession is going to be filled with lot of actions. And along with that, guys, in your profession, in your line of work, people you will chiefly be dealing with or coming across, they are going to be demonstrating the strong Martian qualities. Now, why to go very far? Like Donald Trump in itself represents the pure Martian energy or the sun energy, solar energy. His vice president pick, JD Vance, if I'm not wrong, I just know that he has got an Indian American wife. So I was reading about him that he was not a very bright student. He had a very addict mother as well, but still he managed to have success. And somehow in his career, there's the energy of the Martian, like the Donald Trump, Elon Musk, that kind of energy which is helping him in his career. So that could be attached with your placement as well. So all those kind of people you are coming across, you're dealing with, like if you feel that, okay, my boss is very strict, my boss is like very ruthless dictator kind of person, so this could be the same person who will also help you rise in your career as well. But yes, guys, because Mars is placed, wherever Mars is placed, we are open towards challenges, being challenged, and competitive spirit. There could be arguments, there could be debate, there could be those kind of situation when you have to prove yourself, everyone turning against you. But because Mars is there in the 10th house, you have that within you. And guys, the beauty of the 10th house is that whatever is happening in the 10th house, it is always out there, everyone is seeing it, everyone is witnessing it. So whatever hard work and struggles of yours, they will never go in vain, because people are actually observing it. And generally we say this thing that the struggles which you will endure, they will actually shape up your career in the second half of the life. So yes, guys, that's all what I have to say in terms of people who end up becoming the head of the organization, people who become CEO and something, and especially because the Martian connected fields as well, like especially the fields where there's a lot of discipline which is expected out of you, where there is like people who wear uniform. Mars and Saturn only are responsible for giving you uniform. So that means you could be working for the military, you could be in a policing kind of field, you could be working as a doctor, as a lawyer. So in all those kind of fields, Mars's placement in the 10th house is generally considered as good. You might have to deal with very unrelenting kind of people, but trust me, your success will come, and any of the hardship or the struggle of yours will never go unnoticed. Now guys, if you have your Mars being placed in the 11th house, so guys, 11th house Mars is generally considered as good for your success. Mars is kind of a very trusting, loyal kind of friend, and all of our friends and the network is generally seen from the 11th house. So Mars's placement over here, Mars is a planet of action. So there's a lot of the action which is going to be going there in the matters of your 11th house. Like you might have multiple channel of income, you might have your high set goals, and you are very ambitious kind of person, and your that ambition and competitiveness is only pushing you in the life, pushing your career. All the gains are coming in because of the kind of people you know and the kind of favors you have given to other people. So all of that can be seen with this kind of placement. People who generally end up becoming the head of the organization and something is generally seen with this placement of Mars in the 11th house. So guys, 11th house is the house of our friends, our network, our desires, our wish fulfillment, our elder sibling. Somehow Mars resonate with all those kind of things in a very deeper way. So because of which, one line of advice if I were to give to someone who has got Mars in the 11th house, never think less of yourself. Dream big and keep working hard, because God has given you this kind of placement with a specific purpose or intent, and you have that within you in order to fulfill all of your those goals. Guys, study about the Lord Hanuman. Even that time when Lord Hanuman was sitting close to the sea, and he has to make that jump, he has to leap that ocean. Even he was not able to get that courage, but see what he ended up doing. Those kind of heroic feats and deeds are attached with the planet Mars, and where we perform and we get the result, had it been in the 10th house, that means you will be putting efforts towards the work, but 11th house is a assured case of success. 11th house in itself, any planet being placed in the 11th house might give result in the second half of the life, but it is a assured case that the success will come. Your efforts will not go in vain. So if your ascendant lord is there in the 11th house, your fourth lord Mars being there in the 11th house, so the attributes connected with that house are bound to be manifesting in your life. They will manifest. All what is needed is living your life and approaching your goals with the Martian energy, like a commander, like being very ruthless for your ambition, for your dreams, your desires, your goals, and working towards them, and staying loyal, staying protective towards your friends, because your friends only will help you succeed in the life in order for you to fulfill your dreams, your goals and all. Because whatever happens from the 11th house, we have to be a part of the collective, we have to be a part of the group and the network, and in those kind of scenarios, Mars in the 11th house will give you good results. Like people who work with United Nations, who work with big multinational organizations, people who are responsible for bringing very big reform, big political moves in countries, could be attached with planet Mars in the 11th house. Like some of the male icon, they do not only have the female following, but some of the guys and the males also follow them. Cristiano Ronaldo is like a altogether next level example, but yes, you could be that person. 11th house is about the large audience, and Mars is about your masculinity. This could be your style, this could be your signature style. So I would say that yes, Mars in the 11th house manifest and hold this capacity that all of your efforts and your energies are going to be aligned towards the position, wish fulfillment in your case. And lastly guys, if you have your Mars being placed in the 12th house, so guys, 12th house is a very secretive house. In certain ways, it has been generally seen that people who are responsible and they are a part of the secretive covert kind of activities, people who are like working in the this could be in the aviation industry, in the space sciences and all, I have seen in those charts Mars being working very well if being placed in the 12th house. Yes, there's always a threat from people who are secretly envious of you. Like for example, if your Mars is there in the 12th house, you have to be very mindful, very careful while dealing in any of the matters of the loan or the credit related situation. Never go too far when it comes down to the money which you do not have that capacity to pay back. And secondly, it also tells about that do not rub people off, do not like piss people off, because if you're gonna offend them, they might be still good on your face, but they will be holding up a lot of resentment behind your back. Also guys, Mars being placed in the 12th house, there is a possibility, tendency to have secretive clandestine affairs and relations, and which are going to be driven more by the carnal desires. Love and loyalty has nothing to do over there. It's all your passion, it's your physical needs and desires might be attached over there. And yes guys, for you to be doing things behind the scene, like covert activities, people who end up going to the foreign lands and operating some very impossible kind of mission and all, people who work as doctors, people who work in hospitals, people who work as surgeon can also be attached with this placement of planet Mars over there. And yes guys, in certain cases 12th house is the house of the transcendental knowledge. So if the overall chart is aligned towards being devoted to the path of like celibacy, or this could be asceticism, or like finding the truth and being dedicated, devoted to the spiritual, religious austerities and all, sannyas and all. So this could be a person, like when we come across in India, people who have taken that vows, like Hatha yogis, could be attached with this placement of the Mars there in your 12th house. So yes guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. For further more updates and notification on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyavad.